Do you think that we are just suffering the same affliction and that come very close to elections, these are the scenes we'll be witnessing?
Uganda is a militarized state. You actually see the military more than the police. When we go to court, it's the military we are dealing with. On the way to the airport, you're dealing with the military. In Uganda, the military is doing the policing more than the police. In Kenya, it is not so. But I've seen signs of William Ruto trying to militarize the country. Firstly, during the Gen Z protest. Secondly, during the by-elections. We saw military armored vehicles going to Mbere. And they were used to block agents of the opposition from accessing at least 3 polling stations. And during our visit to the IEBC, we warned them, election period, all people within a polling station are under the command of the IEBC. The police deployed become, in quotes, electoral officials and therefore are under the command of the presiding officer of the polling station and the returning officer of the constituency. And there is no such a thing as a cabinet minister or a government official going to a polling station. If you're a government minister or an official who wants to access a polling station, you can only do so as a voter or as an accredited agent or observer. So the Ethekon IEBC must get it in their minds that they're the bosses of elections and they cannot cede ground to the executive. They must not allow military into the electoral field. They must not allow police to run roughshod or cabinet ministers. The polling station is not a cabinet room where you go for a cabinet meeting. You only go there as a voter, as an observer, accredited, or as an agent. You got to be one of those. And
now that you talk about the IEBC and the conduct of our elections here, you've expressed concerns. You recently had a meeting with the IEBC about some serious concerns. Yes, this is the same pattern of events that we saw even before the 2022 elections, that the opposition would raise concerns about the IEBC. Even the NADCO report was supposed to address this. It's 18 months to the next election. They've just fired the CEO of the Secretariat of the IEBC.
Belatedly.
Yes.
They have
Are you in any way more confident now?
No, not in the manner in which they appointed an acting CEO. Why do we have deputies in any situation? A deputy deputizes. So there were 2 deputies deputizing Majan who were earning salary and are still earning salary. How can you appoint an acting CEO over the heads of 2 deputies? If you do so, then you owe the public an explanation.
Yeah, this was one of your
demands.
Because
there is a constitutional principle and there is also an administrative law principle that you must appoint, you ought to appoint within the bracket. That's why you have a deputy. And even in a school, it is the deputy headmaster who will act when the headmaster is out. Any situation with a deputy, even in a political party, you go to the deputy. So is the IEBC looking for people who are leaning towards a side? This is a body where Ruto himself interfered and got 4 commissioners fired because they disagreed with his declaration as a winner. Is he still purging the IEBC? How can 2 deputies not be appointed acting? This is not the substantive. And in that situation, do we even have hope that when they hire, it will be free and fair? I want to ask aloud to Ethekon and his team, are you independent or is there a puppeteer pulling the strings?
Yes, but there are those who argue that these constant criticism of the electoral body that has happened in each and every electoral cycle has contributed a lot to the trust deficit that Kenyans have in the body.
Are you suggesting that we cheer them on even when they do